MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Game number 3 of this new season between the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim and the Oakland A's. Two great hitters lead their teams to battle next on MLB Network. Kendall Graveman gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Yeah, Matt, here's the scoop on Kendall Graveman. Not an overpowering guy, 93 to 94 miles an hour. Good slider, good changeup. Will throw an occasional curveball. Not really a strikeout guy. He's more of a pitch-to-contact guy. And if he's throwing well early, you'll know he'll be getting a lot of quick outs.
Weak grounder back to the mound. And the throw to first is in time, 1 gone. And with that, let's take a look at the Angels starting lineup. Dero, how do they lock up a series victory here on the road?
Yeah, you take a look at this lineup they're running out today, and they got their work cut out for them with the sinker baller on the mound on the opposition side. They're going to have to see the ball up. They're going to have to work the home plate umpire. Can't be given 4 to 6 inches off the inside half, or he's going to have a field day pounding that sinker in there. Should be interesting to see right out of the chute if he's got the good one or not.
And Dan Dero, these A's, as they begin play here this afternoon, they come in a real funk to start the year. Still searching for what's been an elusive first win.
Yeah, Matty, in this sport at this level, you have to find a way to be a little bit realistic. You're not going to win every ball game. So they lost last game. Fine. Let's find a way to execute today and get on the winning side.
Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Kinsler is retired, 2 down now. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And standing in, the ever-dangerous Mike Trout. First pitch coming. Here it is. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1. And there are the umpires working this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Patrick Johnson.
You know, D-Roll, Patty Johnson, decent strike zone, but isn't always super consistent. I think that's one of the things that irritates players and pitchers.
Yeah, you're going to see a few glares, not only from the offensive guys, but maybe the guy on the mound as well. He needs to be a little bit more consistent.
Now a swing and a fly ball. But no chance to run it down. It's a foul ball. Hard hit ball to second. Gloved by Lowry. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Angels go down 1-2-3. Angels nothing. A's coming to bat. We're back. Andrew Heaney will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Andrew Heaney is an interesting lefty, Matty. At times he could be a swing and miss guy. Good fastball, 92 to 94 miles an hour, overhand curveball, and the slider. So he has the curveball slider mix. His changeup is getting better. If he's throwing strikes early, he could be really tough.
In now, Eric Ibar. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. These Angels, as they enter play here this afternoon, fellas, come in feeling good as they're 2-0 to start the new year.
Yeah, Matty, a lot of things trending in the right direction for this team. They won their last game. They scored a bunch of runs, and let's see if they continue that today.
Throw on to first, and one shortstop grounds out to the other, 1 away. Time now for a glance at Bob Melvin's A's starting lineup. Mark, what do you have on this lineup as they go for their first win?
Well, Matty, you take a look at this lineup today going against a power arm on the other side. You could see a little bit of ambush tactics employed by this offense in this lineup. Swinging the bat early, not wanting to go too deep in the count where he can rack up a ton of strikeouts. Be on the lookout for some early swings out of this lineup.
Wow, that was a decent breaking ball right there, but that's just a pitch that's a little easier to lay off of when you're opposite-handed, opposite bat. You could see the sweep of the ball coming right into you. That was a great take.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. Hit weakly back to the mound. And there's out number 2.
Batting third, designated hitter.
Next up for the A's, Marcus Semien. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball 1. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. And it would have been trouble, but a great job there to pull this one in on a dead run. And that ends the inning. Here's Justin Upton now. A couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
So far, this has been a very good outing for this guy. Listen, he doesn't have the best stuff, but what he needs to do, and he's doing it right now, throwing strikes early, trying to initiate a lot of contact. The more pitches that the hitters see off this guy, the better chance they have to go ahead and square something up. So he needs to continue to attack early and get some quick outs, attack the strike zone on the first and second pitch.
All right, guys, so here's how the Oakland A's are lining up on defense for this one. And let's take a look at Eric Ibar. Former Gold Glove winner, an igniter from the offensive side, great range, athletic, and agile.
Tough one to lay off, called a strike. Past battles with Kendall Graveman. Comes in with 6 hits in 18 at-bats. He also has 1 home run. Swung on and missed. 1-2 now. The 1-2. Hit hard down the left field line. But no one gets to this one as it lands in the home bullpen. A foul ball. The 1-2. All over that one, but a little out in front. Foul ball. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Valbuena with a 2-2 count now.
I don't blame the pitcher one bit for trying to get the chase right there. He's been fouling everything off. He's still got the entire arsenal open to him. So we'll see what pitch he comes with next.
And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2. The big bat of Albert Pujols is due up next.
Hey, we all love home runs and gappers, but I love the mano-y-mano right here. 5 foul balls in this at bat.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And it's a home run. They're saying fair ball, but if it wasn't by much. Here comes the first pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Smolinski is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2. Paul Calhoun will stand in now. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. And he misses inside with that one. Ball 1. Angels lead at 1-0 here in inning number 2. Down the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-1. And this one runs a little too far in. Ball 2.
Pretty good pitch and a great take there. There's not a lot you could do with that slider breaking down and in unless you can catch it way out front and hook it down the line.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. Angels hit the board. Leading off the inning, Chris Davis, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Hard hit towards center. Trout patrolling center makes the play. 1 out.
Time for a look at the Angels on defense. And let's take a look at Andrelton Simmons. You can argue this is the best defender in all the sport. Range, first step, quickness, whatever you want to throw out there, this is one of the best in the game.
Throw not in time as he's able to leg it out.
You know, D-Roll, as a pitcher, that could be so frustrating. You're taught to try to go out there and make quality pitches, and that was a really good pitch. And I would be willing to bet you he's surprised that that turned into an infield single.
Yeah, at the end of the day, he's smiling. That hitter's smiling, running down first base, knowing he's got an infield single right there. He has no business. He'll line out probably 15 times, but it won't even out.
Oh, and meanwhile, this pitch rides too far in and winds up hitting him.
Well, this home crowd didn't like this guy on the mound before, but now they really don't like him. He's gotten the faithful all worked up by hitting one of their best hitters early on in this game, and you can bet he's really going to hear it if he comes around to score.
Now a fastball to start things out. Didn't miss by a lot, but it's 1-0. The 1-0. And this is fouled at the plate. Now the 1-1 pitch. Popped him up. Valbuena in foul ground. And nope, this one falls, so he'll get another shot.
Hey, I'm biased to the hitter right now. Keep frustrating that pitcher. Foul 12 of these things off. He's going to miss over the heart of the plate at some point.
The next 1-2 pitch. In the dirt here. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. Here now the 2-2. Hit pretty well out toward right center field. Trout is there, 2 gone. The relay, and he'll make it up to third on the fly ball as he's in there now with 2 away.
Batting 8th, second baseman.
Here's Jed Lowry now as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. And he waves at a curveball there. No balls and a strike. Oh, and 1 count and the pitch. Swing and a miss as he's just behind the breaking ball.
It'll be interesting to see if the pitcher goes back to that. I don't know if the hitter was trying to work the ball the other way, but whatever it was, it just did not look good.
Hit back up the middle. And this is a base hit, and that'll get him on the board as this ball game is tied at 1.
Dan, you were 1 pitch away from getting out of this. 2 outs, 2 strikes on the batter, and he's able to throw out a ribby number.
Dero, it's hard to get more frustrated than that as a pitcher. You're 1 pitch away from getting out of a lot of traffic on the bases, getting into the inning, and next thing you know, you give up a 2-out, 2-strike base hit. Nothing more frustrating for a pitcher than to have that happen.
So that'll bring in the outfielder, Boone Powell, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. 2s all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course, here in inning number 2. The bounce it to the left side. Simmons is there. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. A's have to settle for just the 1. We'll go now to the top of the 3rd. All tied at 1-1. Welcome back to Oakland as we're set for the start of the 3rd from the Coliseum here on MLB Network. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. Boy, that's just about in the catcher's glove there. It's 0-2.
That is such a tough pitch to lay off right there, but you have to find a way. There's nothing you're going to do with that low sinker except foul it into your shin or hit a ground ball to the left side.
Got him to go down swinging there. Ryan Schimpf goes down for the first out here in inning number 3. Ready now for L.A., Martin Maldonado, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And he misses again, 2-0. Two-0 count. The pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 1. Now the 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed for strike number 2. And now a slider in there for a called 3rd strike, and there are 2 gone now.
This pitching staff has done a really good job against this guy in this series. This is a really good hitter, and it's not easy to make a guy strike out 5 times in a series up to this point, but that's what they've done to this guy so far.
In now is Andrelton Simmons as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1. 2 out, nobody on. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. 2 balls and a strike to the Angels leadoff hitter.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get a little bit closer to the plate than that. That's that big sweeping slider. If it was a little closer, you might get a swing.
Trying to strike out the side. Here it is. And he struck him out. So a fine inning here as he strikes out the side in order. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Here's Eric Ibar now.
Leading off for the A's, the shortstop, Eric Ibar.
The pitch. Very weakly on the ground. That rolls foul for strike 1. And Ibar will lay off that one. It's even at 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Misses, ball 2. Now the 2-1 is put in play to the right side of the infield. Up with it is Kinsler. Throw in time as he's called out on a bang-bang play at first.
Now batting, third.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. 0 for 1 here in the early going. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Here's a first pitch changeup that swung on and chopped foul right at home plate. Here's the 0-1 pitch. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
You got to throw that one out the window if you're an offensive player right there. You know this guy is predominantly a sinker ball pitcher. High fastball, he's got to show me that a few more times for me to honor it.
So he sets him down swinging. Matt Chapman becomes out number 2 this inning.
That's a pretty sad attempt at hitting a baseball right there. No doubt he was completely fooled because that was a curveball, and it looked like he was late on a curveball. That tells me he gave up on it right till the very end, and obviously there was nothing he could do at that point.
And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Well, I think he took it for granted there a bit. Probably thought he had it in the bag, and he just lost concentration for a minute. Now his pitcher has to pick him up with 2 outs.
Here's Chris Davis now. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. Davis, sometimes called Crush with a K and an H. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
Yeah, Matty, there's 3 dates. The time you get called up and the time you get to arbitration, and one when you finally hit free agency, where you have a chance to truly enjoy this game and get paid for all the hard work. And this is the start of it. The arbitration process allows these guys to finally start making some real dollars in this game.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Just a tick behind for a strike. Line drive to left. Upton is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. The A's strand 1. We played 3 full. We're tied. Here's the second baseman, Ian Kinsler. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
And there's a swing and a miss as Kinsler's down quickly now, 0-2.
Man, this has been a game filled of a lot of swings and misses. Not very many confident swings, and this team up there, they'd swing at a butterfly right now if it flew in front of the plate. Lots of swings, lots of misses, a lot of ugly at-bats for this team right now. Man, it looked like the pitcher was trying to get him to go fishing at a pitch out of the strike zone. He went for it all right, but he managed to catch all of that baseball, lacing it for a double in the outfield. That's a great piece of hitting.
Mike Trout is at the plate as he watches ball one. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. 1-1 pitch is a sinker taken for a strike 1 and 2. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first and no swing. It's ball 2. Here now the 2-2. Hit hard up the middle. A dive by Ibar, but he can't quite reel it in. It's a base hit. And the run is in to score from second.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely. So definite problems on that last play, and they'll hit the first baseman for the error. Comes set and the 0-1. Now it's driven the other way with some authority, headed toward the foul pole. And nearly a 3-run shot. Instead, it's a foul ball. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Smolinski's under it, and that's the first out of the inning.
The batter, number 5.
So first and second with 1 man gone, and standing in. Trouble now in the person of Albert Pujols. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. Trout at second. Upton is over at first with 1 away. Good changeup, and it's 0-2.
Don't just assume as a hitter right here he won't triple up. He's got you down 0-2, and he might really want to get inside your head if he throws the same pitch again.
Lowry on to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Angels get just the 1. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. The Halos lead this one 2-1. Striding in once again, Jake Smolinski set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning. First pitch on its way. And he just misses with a curveball. The 1-0 home. A swing and a miss, strike 1. I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Yeah, and they set him up with that curveball on the pitch before, and that one, they just blew right by him.
And they could go either way now, I suppose. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So a good start to the inning for the A's as their leadoff hitter reaches base safely.
Well, that's not a bad pitch right there. That's a pretty good sinker. He just happens to hook that one right into left field for a base hit.
Yeah, he got the bat head out right there, Dan, and was able to get that one to left field.
Ready for another chance? Matt Olson, who was plunked with a pitch in his first trip to the plate. First offering on its way. Late that time for a strike. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. A ground ball to third, and they could get 2. Kinsler for 1. On to first, and they get them both.
That's a great example there of why the sinker is such an effective pitch. The hitter's eyes see it higher in the zone than it ends up, and that makes it real tough to square up.
Here's the pitch. Here's a swing, and oh man! Way out of here. It's a solo shot for Jonathan Lucroy. First home run of the campaign for him as the A's have fought back to make this a 2-2 ball game.
Well, he was on cruise control, just needing one more out to get out of the inning, but he came up with a plan. Base is empty. He didn't have to think about shooting one to the opposite field or shortening the swing to move the runners. He just wound up and let her rip. A solo shot is the result.
Jed Lowry now.
Second baseman.
Grounded down the third baseline. That's through for a base hit. He's now 2 for 2 in this one.
You never want to beat a pitcher that breaks a guy out of a slump, but this guy was too good. You knew it was a matter of time before he started barreling baseballs. That gives him a multi-hit game, and I'm sure he's feeling good about it.
So that'll bring in the outfielder, Boog Powell. As he'll watch a sinker here that misses. It's ball 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. The 1-0. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Upton's under it, and that's the third out. But the A's come back to even things up thanks to this solo home run. We're through 4, and we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Cole Calhoun. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. A bouncer to the left side, and the throw on to first will take care of him, so he's thrown out by the only man standing on the left side of the infield. 1 away. Digging in for his second at-bat, Ryan Schimpf. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Cut fastball taken for strike 1. 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 error for the Angels so far. Down and away, ball 1. Schimpf manning the hot corner down at third in today's game, although he's primarily considered a second baseman.
You know, this is an interesting one. I'd be interested in 2 things. A, is he still using the glove that he uses at second base? And B, does he have enough arm strength to go over to third base? Because until you go backhand on that left side of the infield and turn and burn and throw to first, you have no idea the difference in arm strength that it takes to man that position as opposed to second.
And this runs inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good. In now is Andrelton Simmons. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. A knee-high sinker, tough pitch, strike 1. Maldonado, the runner at first with 2 gone. Sent on the ground out to second. Oh, and trouble there for Lowry. Digging in and looking for more, Ian Kinsler. 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. Grounder down the line at third. 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the Angels so far. In there, and he's in control 0-2 now. And the changeup is way low that time.
These are the situations right here that make me miss wearing a uniform. The big spot, the cat and mouse of what's he going to throw. I'm down 1-2. Can I battle back? The pitcher's trying to put me away. This is what the game's all about.
And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 men left on. Home half of the 5th. Back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring in the shortstop, Eric Ivar.
The shortstop, Eric Ivar.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. There's a breaking ball over the outer half. The windup and the 0-1. Little chopper back to the mound. And quickly, there's one down to lead off the frame.
Now batting, third baseman.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. First pitch of the at-bat. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1. The 1-0 is offered at and missed for the first strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. Grounded back up the middle. And they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw.
Now batting, a designated hitter, Marcus.
Digging in to try it again, Marcus Semien, 0 for 2 on his line thus far. First pitch on its way. Oh, and look out as this runs in and gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one.
You always want to see the curve break a lot, but this one breaks a little bit too much. Comes all the way across the plate and nicks the batter.
Here's Chris Davis now, as he'll send a ground ball down to third. The second for 1, relay to first in time, and just like that, the side is retired. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Here's the center fielder, Mike Trout. A hit in 2 tries so far.
Center fielder,
First offering on its way. Looks at a 2-seamer right down the middle.
You know, you look at this hitter, he doesn't care about being down 0-1. He doesn't care about having 2 strikes with him. He's got the utmost confidence in his ability to work back into the count and get him something over the heart of the plate.
And Trout has himself a base hit. So it's a good start for the Halos as their leadoff hitter reaches base. Here's Justin Upton now. Here's the first pitch to him. This is hit on the ground but foul. A 1 pitch on its way. Popped him up. And that's in there. Base hit. In to score is the runner from first. It's a 3-2 ball game.
Cliches are around for a reason, and that hit right there is the reason they say baseball is a game of inches, right? Just barely fair, but that's not much consolation for the guy standing on the mound. Nice RBI 2-bagger.
Throw by Lowry, and there's the first out.
the batter, number 5.
Ready for another chance? Albert Pujols.
Thought we might be seeing the end of the road for the starter, but clearly he's still in there for at least one more hitter.
Well, Matt, we'll see how this works out, but I think they figured with the righty coming up, it was worth sticking with them to keep the matchup advantage in their favor here.
This is where, as a batter, you got to find a way.
Meanwhile, this ball gets down. It's a base hit. And the run will score from third to make this a 4-2 game.
Boy, D-Row, that's the case right there. He hit it just like he thought it, soft. Not hit all that hard, but it gets the runner in from third.
Yeah, but you know what? Tomorrow's newspapers are going to be wrapping fish, so who cares? I don't care if it's a bullet or off the fists. A knock's a knock, especially when it's got an RBI attached to it.
Daniel Kalu enters to make an appearance on the mound as he inherits a runner at first with one out in the inning.
Daniel Kalu.
Cole Calhoun will stand in now. Missed with a breaking ball. Pujols, a runner at first with one gone in the inning. Now a check swing here, but the home plate umpire says he went around and no argument, and it's 1-1. 1-2 now as that's in there at the knees. Colombe, originally from the state of Missouri. He was a 25th round pick during the first-year player draft of 2012.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off.
Boy, that's one of the, I guess, the advantages of hitting with that hole between first and second base, D-Row. First baseman has to hold that runner on. That leaves that right side wide open.
Yeah, and credit the batter right there. Nice piece of hitting right there. Not trying to do too much. He took a look at the defense and saw where it was aligned and tried to beat him.
Ryan Schimpf comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. From the belt, the pitch, and a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Martin Maldonado stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. Powell moves over, and that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors in a couple of minutes. Digging in and looking for more, Jake Smolinski. A couple of singles to his credit thus far.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Missed low and inside with it, 1-1.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
In the air to straightaway right. Calhoun is there, and he has it for the out.
Now batting, first baseman.
That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. He was a double play victim last time around. Drilled right back up the middle, and that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy, as he'll take a look at ball 1. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far.
A little bit of a unique home run on that last one. A changeup in off the plate that he pulled for a home run. Not a real good idea to throw that changeup on the inner half of the plate. More executed, well-executed changeups are more down and away.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Skied into very shallow right. Calhoun has a read on it. And that's the 2nd out of the inning.
Now batting.
Digging in once again, Jed Lowry. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. From the stretch. Committed to that one a bit too soon as it locks him up for strike 1. Olson leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. And now a pitch that's taken here by Lowry as that evens the count at 1-1. The 1-1. Liner toward right center. That gets down, and the inning continues.
Dan, if they're going to crack through, this has got to be the opportunity they've been looking for right here. They've had a ton of hits, a ton of people on base, but no one has been able to come up with that big knock.
Well, you know what, Dero, this pitcher's kind of worked around trouble the entire time so far. Another inning brewing right here. Let's see if they can't get a big hit here right here and bust through in this one.
So that'll bring in the outfielder, Boog Powell. And this one gets away. Throw over to third here. And, oh, they say he beat the throw. Safe at third. So now 2 men in scoring position. One 1-0 pitch on the way. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Back goes Calhoun, but he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall.
Man, you can't hit it any better than that and keep it in the park. As we take a look here, you can see that it hits high off the wall. Almost a 3-run homer, but he'll have to be content with a 2 RBI double.
Now Mike Scioscia's up out of the Angel dugout on his way to the mound, and it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon. He departs in a tie ball game, but is responsible for that runner at second, so the best he can hope for is a no decision here.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Angels, number 45, Tyler Stanton.
Here's Eric Ibar now. Hit the other way out toward right field. And this will be taken in out there by Kinsler, and that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We're through 6 full, and we. In now is Andrelton Simmons, and he'll get us started in what's officially the back third of this one.
Simmons, your attention please. Now pitching for the A's, number 15, Emilio Pagan.
First delivery to him on the way. And here's a ball hit in the air.
But no one can get to this one as it's down for a foul ball inside the visitors' bullpen.
On a good changeup, a swing and a miss, and he's set down on strikes for the second time today.
Boy, there's the perfect pitch right there, the straight changeup. He hadn't used it yet in this at-bat, and what does he do? He uses it, pulls the string, and gets the big strikeout.
Here's the second baseman, Ian Kinsler, as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Swinging the ball line softly down the line in left, but foul. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And that nearly broke our tie, but instead it's a foul ball. High pop up. Chapman over to his left. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
0-1 the count. The windup and the 0-1. Hit hard to third.
Chapman has it cleanly.
On to first, and this will remain a tie ball game as the inning is over. Angels are gone in order. Still all square at 4 apiece. So that brings Up the always intense Matt Chapman. His career numbers with Tyler Skaggs. Not a big sample size, 0 for 1. Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. And this is going to get down for what should be extra bases. And there's your potential go-ahead run. And your go-ahead run is in at second base here with a leadoff double.
Man, I don't think he could have bisected those fielders any better if he tried. Drove that one into the alley for a gapper that'll bring him easily into second base.
Standing in now, Marcus Semien as he lines it out to center. Trout is right there, one down. Here's Chris Davis now. Been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
Now the 0-1. And a neck-high fastball that time.
Boy, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, you have to make sure it's up above the zone like that. He can't do a whole lot with that, but if it were a little lower, he can and will make you pay big time.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
Hey, I get it. You're all in fastball. You're pulling the trigger at almost anything. That is way too high. He's going to have to lower his sights.
2 balls and 2 strikes to count to Chris Davis.
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt, but he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
Here now the 2-2. A little bouncer. That's a foul ball. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite you.
Looking for the K. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, and he gets him to chase it in the dirt. Maldonado recovers, and he makes the throw to first. Davis is retired, 2 down now. Mark Hanna will try and loosen up here as he'll be the runner at second base following the injury. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jake Smolinski. His career numbers with Tyler Skaggs. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. He cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
Drilled on the ground to short, and that's through into left, a base hit. And a relay home. Oh, and the tag will get him at home plate as that keeps the ball game tied. 1 left for Oakland. This game's all tied. Mark Hanna is going to go ahead and stay in the ball game and play third now. Here's Justin Upton now. And this tie ball game is a battle of the bullpens now, and I'm sure you're enjoying that, Dan.
Bullpens are such a big part of baseball now, Matt. All these teams have such good 7th, 8th, and 9th inning guys. It all boils down to whose bullpen is better.
First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike.
Hey, he's got excellent stuff working right now. Somebody has to make an adjustment. You're seeing a lot of late swings. No one's getting the front foot down. No one's getting the barrel to the baseball.
Skied into very shallow right. Powell has to come in a few steps, but he has it for route number 1. Here's Luis Valbuena now. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Changed up on him as this is grounded to second. Lowry's got it. Throw gets him, 2 down.
The batter, number 5.
Ready for another shot now. Albert Pujols. It was an RBI single for him in his last plate appearance. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. And with 2 out, that means Cole Calhoun moves from the on-deck circle into the batter's box next.
Well, there's no denying he was all over that fastball. That's what we like to refer to as a little bit of an ambush. Oh, Heater gets turned around.
Paul Calhoun will stand in now as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Right side, fair ball down the line. Go-ahead run heading for the plate. Now the relay home. He's safe at the plate. And they've taken the lead here in the 8th. Ready once again, Ryan Schimpf, who was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. No balls and 1 strike.
Boy, those have to feel really good, Hero. You get late in the game, you come up with a big RBI base hit right here to give your team the lead.
Yeah, no one remembers.
Swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Angels do get a run in the inning on this RBI double. Bottom of the 8th coming up, and it's now.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Angels.
That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. Mano-a-mano with Blake Parker. Small sample, a perfect 1-for-1.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Started that swing a bit too early. Parker, an Arkansas native. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
Hey, I think if you ask this guy honestly how his season's gone so far, he'd tell you he's not happy with it. It's been kind of an average year for him, but he has time to get hot and make that salary push.
Into center field, line drive base hit. So it's a leadoff base hit to open their half of the 8th.
Boy, Dero, that's awful scary from a pitcher standpoint, but what's it feel like when you hit one as a hitter that you know it's going right at a pitcher?
Yeah, it's scary from the offensive standpoint as well. You know, you're taught to hit it right back where it came from, but those moments right there make you cringe as you're coming out of the box. We got lucky with that.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Lofted in the air out toward right center. On the move is Trout. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
Now batting, second.
Jed Lowry now trying to keep it going. A perfect 3 for 3 thus far. First delivery to him on the way. Couldn't wait back. A swing and a miss.
That's just a great pitch right there. Great execution. He just got that hitter to think that pitch was knee-high. Nasty diving out of the zone.
And now a pitch that's taken here by Lowry as that evens the count at 1-1. The 1-1. And he fouls this one off. The 1-2. Hit out towards second. And a diving effort there from Kinsler, but it'll go for naught, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
I mean, obviously this guy is built to play in the league. 4 for 4, you know he's seeing it good right now. These are the days that you remember for a long time.
Into the box now, Boog Powell. As he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball, 0-1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Nothing in one count. Here it comes. Fouled off. Fastball that just misses inside. And here's a swing and a miss. And that, folks, is a big out number 2. Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Eric Ibar. His day at the plate hasn't amounted to much, 0 for 4, but this is a great opportunity to make amends.
Well, when your team really needs you, like they need it right here, you have to be able to put your personal struggles out of your mind. Right now is all that matters. This is a critical point right here. Things are in danger of getting away from him a little, so we'll see how he deals with it.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Swing and a little tapper. Ibar waits on the 1-1. Fastball taken inside for a ball. 2-1 now.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
The 2-1 home. Now a ball grounded foul over toward the coaching box. The 2-2 one more time. Softly hit to the left side. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. A's strand a couple. Still down a run. It's 5-4. Digging in to try it again, Martin Maldonado. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Maldonado.
The pitch. Off we go in the 9th as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Now the 1-0 is a fastball in off the plate for a ball. All over the place to start the 9th. It's 3-0 now. The 3-0 is in there for strike 1. No leadoff walk just yet as that finds the strike zone and the count comes full at 3-2. Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner, but this is foul near the seats. Hard hit ball to second, taken there by Lowry. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
Now batting.
Riding in once again, Andrelton Simmons. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Angels shortstop behind in the count at a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Powell is after it. He gets there and makes a fine running play for the second out. Here comes the first pitch. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. looped out towards short. And that'll get down for a 2-out single.
That's the name of the game right there, boys. Get on base any way possible. They're not all going to be beauties, but that one falls in front of the left fielder for a base hit.
Here's the center fielder, Mike Trout. Oh, and this one's driven the other way and deep to the corner and gone right down the line the other way. Wow!
Well, any insurance run you could put on the board this late in the game feels like 2 runs. That's how important they are. They're up 3 now and only need 3 more outs to end this one. See if they can close the deal.
He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Fouled away. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out. So a good pitch there, and now they're going to need to string some hits together in this last at-bat if they want to get... Cam Bedrosian comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the 9th.
Number 32.
Striding in to start the 9th, Mark Hanna, and they'll need him to get something going here. First pitch on its way. There's a swing and a high pop-up. Kinsler is under it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Now the A's designated hitter, Marcus Semien. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. He's set and the pitch. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1.
That pitch right there, he's trying to keep him from getting his arms extended. If it's out over the plate more, he can obviously do a lot of damage with it.
That evens it up 1-1. Ground ball sent back up the middle. On to first, and now the A's are down to their final out.
The left fielder, number 2.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Chris Davis. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Fastball swung on and missed. Bedrosian, a native of Georgia. He was a first-round pick back in the 2010 first-year player draft.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
Swing and a miss, and they're up against it now as they're down to their final strike of the afternoon. Last strike now for Oakland. Davis connects and sends it to deep left field. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. Solo shot here to left. Second home run early in the year, and that lead is trimmed to 7-5 here. Ball's jumping in this one. That's the 4th to leave the yard so far.
Matty V, this is just one of those days where the ball seems to be flying, D-Row. The hitter's on point, the pitchers aren't making very good pitches.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's all about executing pitches, and they're not doing it today. They're leaving a lot of balls over the heart of the plate. This offense, both offenses are taking advantage.
Loud contact there, but it's well foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And that misses 1-1. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make...
Oh, and meanwhile, this pitch rides too far in and winds up hitting it. Next up for the A's, Matt Olson is looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat. comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
Love the fact that he's not scared to go right back inside with another fastball. I know he hit the last guy, but if he's going to have success, he's got to establish that pitch in.
2-0 now.
Well, you have to have a lot of confidence and composure to pitch effectively, and right now, I'm just not seeing it. He looks kind of rattled out there to me.
2-1 to the A's first baseman.
Yeah, right there, it's tough to be able to dive out over the plate. I know it's a pitch people think you can get to, but after you're pounded in twice, that ball looks like a foot outside.
Let's see where they throw Olsen on a 3-1 count.
The 3-1.
3-2 full count.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. This is pulled into right, but this is taken in as a perfect metaphor to end this one, as that ball was hit hard, but the ball game is over. 7-5 how today's comes to an end. Los Angeles came through late, taking the lead in the 8th to secure the victory. Tyler Skaggs claims the win out of the pen, his first. Cam Bedrosian records the save.